My fellow citizens and residents, in light of the unfortunate uncertainty and disappointment resulting from the abject failure of Prime Minister Terence Dew to speak clearly and forthrightly at his recent press conference on serious matters of state, including whether or not the customary annual payment of the double salary would be made this December, I am obliged to state clearly the position of the People's Labour Party on this matter and on the payment of the CBI dividend. Given the tough situation in the country, characterized by low levels of economic growth, high unemployment and underemployment, high cost of living, particularly seen in the cost of food and pharmaceutical products, including medications required for chronic diseases, our citizens and residents listened eagerly for confirmation of the date when the expected double salary and CBI dividend would be paid. The latter was a manifesto commitment of the present administration. Nowhere in his litany of excuses and disinformation did the Prime Minister advise clearly on the payment of either the double salary in December or the CBI dividend. Against the backdrop of real hardships in our country and the enlarging group of the ultra-poor, it is reasonable to expect that the double salary in particular will be paid this year. The Team Unity government paid a double salary every year, except in 2020, when we faced the worst health and economic crisis in world history. Given our outstanding record, the public has come to expect this payment annually. We ensured that we managed the country so very well that our fiscal surpluses and huge fiscal buffers allowed us to make this bonus payment consistently. We did so without borrowing. The People's Labour Party calls on the government to honor the double salary commitment to all government employees, including those on step, our pensioners, etc., and to indicate soonest when it will be paid. The People's Labour Party also calls on the administration to honor its commitment to pay CBI dividends. The Prime Minister should not deny our people their reasonable expectations. He must also keep his promises. These payouts will help stimulate the economy that is stagnating at this time. The increased circulation of money will bring some reprieve to businesses and individuals who are suffering terribly and have built up heavy indebtedness and arrears of rent and electricity bills, etc., caused by the lackluster performance of the St. Kitts Nevis economy in 2023. Our people should not have to suffer because of this administration's incompetence, while the Prime Minister and his colleagues, his selected business associates, ambassadors and advisors are living high at a cost to the public treasury. Over the last 14 months, the Prime Minister and his colleagues have engaged in excessive and expensive globe-trotting and have spent millions on unnecessary self-aggrandizement. This administration, in the opinion of many, has improperly issued multi-million-dollar contracts to satisfy the greed of its parasitical oligarchy without going through a transparent bidding process in accordance with the Procurement Act. In my view, our people are suffering too much. There is a lot of pain and deprivation in our society. The payment of a double salary in December will bring some measure of relief to our people and usher in some optimism in an economy marred by pessimism and high uncertainty due to the incompetence and poor leadership of the present regime. Accordingly, the People's Labour Party fully supports and calls for the payment of the double salary and the CBI dividend. People have to organize their lives and they need information early. The dates for these payments should therefore be announced expeditiously. May God be with us and see us through this very, very difficult time in our country. Thank you for listening.